I got something that just got notified to me that I can talk about.
So this isn't what you were originally going to talk about?
Nope. Get ready, cause here I come. Get ready. There, I did it. Get ready, here I come. That's all cool. Hey guys, you know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent, big ugly himself, Omari Ellis, feogrande on YouTube, Pete on this show, etc., etc. You know who I am, you know who it be, and you know what this is. This is the Whatever We Want podcast, where we come to you every week, every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I am here today with the homie, the man who bears watching, Superjaz.
I'm over here wondering why the intro and song just like breezed by.
I'll get into it. I'll get into it because whenever I try to say how I'm feeling, we didn't have to talk for like 4 more minutes about your intro. I'm trying to get to the point. So you go right ahead, sir. Go right ahead.
Anyway, I am apparently not important because the
you are important. I got it to you.
I'm joking. I am Joking. All right. No, I am. Yes, I am. I'm the other host of the show. My name is Jazz, or as he said, you may call me Superjaz, or you may call me SJ, JT, whatever you want, what have you in the like. And as he said so quickly, this is the Whatever We Want podcast, where we do just that. We talk about whatever we want. We do not lead the conversation. The conversation leads us, and we let the chips fall where they may.
Every Wednesday.
Now, I was going to say real quick, it would have been funny for G, would have been if you said, give me a W. Give me a W. Give me it. I was like, that would have been funny as shit. Anyway, okay. What is so pressing?
I am upset. Now, I said this in the previous episode. I said there are times, one of the things yes, the whole manic aggressive, yes, and all that stuff. I am not a happy person. I've said a lot of these things. No, these are things I have said in the past. I was just bringing up what you said. You said happy, mad, and I used the term that I coined, manic aggressive. That is a term I use to describe myself. Anyway, so I am upset because I was going to go ahead and talk about something that made me upset earlier in the week. Speaking of me not being a happy person. And I was going to talk about it, but in a jovial tone. Haha, there's the happy part. However, I got a text right before this thing. And speaking of happiness / anger, there is one thing that I said I liked in the previous episode. And that is being correct.
Mm-hmm.
You know the only times I don't like being correct? When what I'm correct about would piss me the fuck off.
Well, no shit.
Well, guess what I was right about? That jackass, number 12, turns out he didn't retire.
Oh, God, I should have known.
Yeah.
Because the only other episodes that started off with, I am happy, and then following I am mad was shit dealing with football that always goes back to Tom Brady and the Patriots. I am sad, and then I am happy. We're both about the Olympics. Thank you very much. Now, this is true. No, dang, you're right. It wasn't my football. Dang, it wasn't. Oh wow. All right. Apparently, I don't know. I don't watch our episodes. Apparently, wow.
Omari's unjustified sadness was when we were behind in the medals, and Omari's justified happiness was when we won the medal count. At least the golds in the end.
That's facts. That's facts. Let me remove foot from mouth.
That said, generally, when I am upset about sports, it's about the football. That's the main sport I watch.
All
and
right, go
I
ahead.
told people
Get your
because
rant
they
on.
were telling me, they're like, oh, this is the best news you ever heard, ain't it? Number 12 retired, ain't it? Do it, hallelujah, keep it moving. And I said, I'm not doing any backflips just yet. I'm not doing any backflips just yet because that would be a good thing. But I wouldn't believe it 1 second until the season started and that motherfucker wasn't on anybody's team. And sure enough, not even a month fucking later, here he goes. My place is on the football field. I'm going back out there. Yeah, I fucking thought so. I told you. I said, I'm not believing it because Brett retired like 5 times and he got injured far more times than this asshole. So, no, he's not going to fucking retire. That would be a good thing. And as 2022 has proven so far, we are still not allowed to have good things. And sure enough, he's back. I was right. I'm not happy about it. I don't like being right about bad things.
Oh my God.
But I was right. The only good aspect of it is the fact that I don't have to hate like a third team now because he's staying with Tampa.
Oh my God. Why do you hate this man? So I understand disliking him. I understand like very, very much not liking him because that is sports. And if you're really, really into them, then of course. But you don't like this man. Like he walked into your house one day. Like you act like dude was like once your friend, but he was playing you, came into your house and just started stealing your belongings, and right before he left, shot your mom in the kneecap. Like, dude.
I do not act that way. Not to that degree. Because he was never a friend of mine. We were never on the same side. There was no betrayal to be had. So, first off, there's that. Second,
we keep saying he. What's his name?
You know damn well who it is.
No,
watch the show. About? Watch literally any other episode.
That's hilarious. It's out of like 53, 54 episodes. It's definitely popped up in over half of them.
I'm pretty sure one of the previous episodes, the little nameplate said, not a fan of Boston sports teams. So that'll narrow it down for y'all. Boston football star with the number 12 that's playing for the Buccaneers now. Oh, I wonder.
Not going to say his name.
Not right now, no. But the bottom line is I'm not a happy person. I wasn't happy about that. Now, to get off that subject so we don't spin the whole thing, because we have spent numerous times other episodes where people were talking about, well, Omari doesn't like this guy. Whatever. You want to like him, you do you. I can do me too. Anyway, I was mad earlier this week, and I was going to say scary/funny moment. So I got upset. I was on a phone call at work. I worked at a call center.
Right, call center shit, right.
Without going into too much detail, a gentleman called, and he had a question. I answered his question, so he follows it up with a question that requires more details, like, let's say there's a rewards thing, and you can get rewards, and you have options of what to do with your rewards. And he's like, he just kept asking the same questions over and over again. Oh, yeah, so it was like, if there were some rewards, and there's like a reward system, and he's trying to figure out all the ways he can use his rewards. I only had a limited list of the ways he could use his rewards that ended with ended with a statement that says, call this number to get for more information.
More information. Oh, yeah.
He was not hearing that last part.
Oh, I hate people do that.
Then he was like, well, can I do this? And I'm like, I am unaware of this option. These are the options I have listed.
Oh, I hate people do
To
that.
which he's like, no. And then he starts, insulting my intelligence and knowledge, other thing. And, I do stuff like, well, you could call this other number Can I put you on hold to see if I can find a longer thing? I'm simply asking you one thing. Stop talking over me. And I'm like, I'm not talking over you. I have waited for him to stop every time.
What?
And anytime I did talk that he was talking, I stopped and said, "Go ahead, sir." So
wait, real quick. He said that you were insulting his intelligence?
No, he was insulting mine and then said I was talking over him.
But he said you were talking over him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then eventually he's like listing words, and I'm like, he mentions some kind of thing that's not an option there, but one of the options, I tell him I don't know if his option's a thing, but he's like, but then at the same time, you tell me that I can when you list those options, and I'm like, sir, this option has a similar word, but that is one word out of an entire single option that's like made up of 3 or 4 words.
He's listening.
And he's like, and then he's like, well, you're not explaining what it is. And I'm meanwhile like, I'm not supposed to know what that is. So I tried my best to start explaining what that is. He's like, I know what that is. I'm asking you if I can do this. Sir, I don't know what you want from me. I'm trying to tell you. The options are blah, 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 and blah.
No.
And he goes again. I get mad and I like punch the wall of my cubicle. It was solid enough. It didn't break or nothing. And I'm like, oh my God, he won't even let me put him on hold or anything. And eventually, this he says something. And I was just like, and then I think it was when he wanted me to describe every single option that was already there to him, like in detail. And he's like, you don't know the difference in stuff? Do you not know how to do your job? And I was just like, you know what, sir? I guess you're right. I don't know how to do my job. Okay. Then he's like, oh, so sorry. He like says some kind of insult to me and hangs up. And I just get mad. And I just, and like he had hung up. It wasn't like, recorded or anything, but I was like, yeah, well, I guess I don't know how to do my job, sir. And I just take off my headset and I go, die! And I break my headset.
Oh, you broke it? Oh,
I didn't think I was breaking the headset, but something had to be hit because I was upset. I was like, so if you're in the concert, all you just heard out of nowhere was, die!
So what did so
I got in trouble. Not as much as I thought I would, but I got in trouble and gotta, don't do this because I normally am on good behavior. But and they've been and some people were poking fun at the incident for the rest of the week and probably will till the end of time. But it's whatever. I'm like, at the end of the day, I told y'all from the get go I'm not a happy person, so I don't know why y'all surprised. I was upset.
Man, the second you said he didn't want to hear that, it was like, no. I was like, oh, because I was like,
I know you shouldn't do that, and I'm not glorifying doing it. I very well could have lost my job and would have deserved to.
Right. Well, I'm not going that far. I'm not doing it. But what I was saying was, some people definitely do because of the jobs they have. Some people, despite the jobs they have, but people just don't realize all the time how taxing it is dealing with the public and customer service type shit. That's why I'm so glad that when I do cook and I work in restaurants and dine in and shit, that I cook, because I don't have to, the only people I got to deal with are my coworkers. I don't have to deal with the public. And that's why now service, they can make a good amount of money, and on, a typical night, because of tips, service will make more money, especially when it's busy, than the average cook. Okay. So you could say that they're making good money, but True. service got to put up with a lot of bullshit from people who are saying dumb shit. I had a dude, I had one of the servers at my job come back and be like, Jazz, that cheese you put on there, that was, this cheese, like the typical cheese that goes on this sandwich, right? I was like, yeah. I was like, you saw it, right? He was like, yeah. He was like, well, the customer out here is like trying to argue me that it's like not the right cheese. And I said and I was like, well, clearly, I was like, you saw me put the cheese on there, and like, of course, that's what it's supposed to be. It's like this cheese, not that one. And so I said to the server, I was like, so what's the resolution? Because I'm waiting to see like what he gonna say. So I'm like, what's the resolution for this? And the dude goes, nothing, because I don't care. I was like, that's the best answer. Because my last job before this one, because of the way 2020 hit and what we're still kind of in, I just had to get a job, period. So I ended up getting a job that was very much like a grab and go over the counter sandwich shop.
Okay.
And that was, which you know about, definitely, and I've talked about. And that was very much interacting with people, answering phone calls, making deliveries, and of course people coming in the shop and dealing with them and whatnot. And then of course when I ended up thankfully, but I ended up moving up the ladder and becoming the assistant GM. So it went from wait, I'll get the manager to people coming to get me. And when you said that he didn't want to hear that shit, no matter how much you said to him, I was just like, obviously I never did a call center. That's a whole different thing. My big brother, he did a call center for a little bit. So I know he got to have some stories. But I think he even told one of them on the episode we had him on. But when you deal with people sometimes, I had a woman, she wasn't like evil, like the your dude, how you do your fucking, she wasn't like that. But it was just one of those things where it's like, I'm telling you what I know. I don't know what you want from me type of deal. This woman comes in, and one of the sandwiches that we had was like an egg salad sandwich. That's right. And we would put American cheese on it, and then we would put egg salad. Okay. And she comes in, and she said, does your egg salad, I forget exactly what it was, but I think she said, does your egg salad have celery in it? And I was like, well, I'm not entirely sure, and the prep person isn't here right now, but I can go see if I can find like a recipe and find it. So I go look, and I'm like, yeah, ma'am, I'm sorry, the prep person isn't here, and it's not in the recipe book, so I can't say for certain, but it looks like no. She's like, you don't know for sure? I was like, yeah, ma'am. I was like, I've looked at it, and I was, because you don't want to say no, it doesn't, and then the person finds the celery in the thing, and then now it's like, well, you told me that it didn't have it, and now it does, and whatever. So I'm like, ma'am, I looked at it, and it looks like no, and I'm going to say more so no, but I can't say for certain because the person name blah, blah. It doesn't have like green flakes in there. You can't see. So I just said, ma'am, I can show it to you. And I just picked up the container of the stuff. It was like, I wanted to be like, fucking look, but I didn't say fucking look. But I was like, I can show it to you, and looked at it. And then she looked at it and didn't order it. So it was like, well, you know what, motherfucker? Because like I said, when it comes to like that, you don't want to be like, no, it doesn't have celery.
Yeah, I agree.
And then
there's like an allergic reaction or something, and you're like, oops.
Because no, for all intents and purposes, 100%, 99.999%, I would have been like, no, ain't no fucking celery in this shit. I can fucking see I'm not stupid. I don't want to fucking say yeah, so no.
Well, you can not see it and stuff, but there's like celery seed or celery seasoning or celery oil or some shit. You don't know.
And I guess in my position, being the assistant GM, it doesn't look 100% good.
Or made in a factory that has celery in it.
Celery like contents are made on the same.
Well, like with nut allergies, this was made in the same factory as nuts, so you can't have it.
But I would say, I guess for my anecdote, it doesn't look good to be the assistant GM and not know 100%.
Also true.
Yeah. But no, your thing, that's just, like I said, people don't realize how taxing it is dealing with the public, which is why when I do actually do the 9-to-5 jobs that I want to do, I am so happy that it is cooking, because like I said, the most issues I got to deal with are just my coworkers. And I mean, when I like my first cooking job, every cooking job I've had after has not been like just my first cooking job. Sometimes they'd be like, hey, can like, because it'd be kind of busy. They'd be like, hey, can you run this to the table for me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And then like the customers, like, sometimes they would see, especially at my first job, but my first cooking job, first cooking job, the customers, like, they would like see you and get to know you because you'd be the cook in the kitchen. But for the most part, no. Because I mean, I don't know, man. I've had a lot of people tell me, like based off of my personality, I'd probably make a really good server. I probably would make a really good server, and I appreciate the flattery that you think I have the type of personality that would invite people
to tip more often.
To tip and feel welcome and just whatever. I don't want to do that.
No, not at all.
I know you got enough.
Not at all.
Before you even did the call center, you were general manager. I know you had to deal with a lot of people.
Yeah, but and for the people at home, as much of a not a happy person as I am, it's not like I've ever gone off on a customer to their face, and still technically haven't. The guy had hung up by the time I took that off and die.
I'm just laughing because like this by the time I had done that, die like very point blank.
I mean, that's what happened. I said it as part of the story. I die.
But anyway, no, you've never gone off on anybody.
Yeah, okay. No customers. Like I've never yelled at a customer. I generally keep a cool enough head. The closest I come to getting mad or stuff like that thing where I'm like, yes sir, I guess you're right then. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what you want out of me because I have told you like 15 times I don't know the goddamn answer to your question because I don't understand how you still have a question for me when I've given you literally everything that says I cannot answer your question. Ask somebody else or let me ask somebody else.
You even said, yeah, let me put you on hold. I'll find someone who might know. And he wouldn't
so I might find a more extensive list for you.
And he wouldn't let you put him on hold.
Mm-hmm. Now this is a few weeks ago. Find the time this airs, so it's not like
right. But what was I gonna say? That so far has to be your worst call so far.
Oh yeah,
good.
I mean, what if I had a call worse? I probably wouldn't be working. Like I said.
Oh yeah, good point.
Like I said, I am not glorifying, that behavior in the heat of the moment. That's just what happened. And like I said, had I lost my job, I would have fully deserved to.
Well, yeah, no, this is actual factual. But no, some people, like in the case of what this guy sounds like, some people just want to complain. And even if you are not the person who has any authority or whatever as far as what they should be and complaining about or complaining to, you at this particular point in time represent what they are upset about with said like item, company, whatever.
I'm trying to send him where the fuck he needs to go. No, but he can't.
I agree, but some people...
It's not even like, sir, that's not my issue. Do you have another question? That's not how I presented this man.
You were trying to help him. You were trying to help him through all facets.
Yes, I'm like, sir, please, let me answer your question. But I need a moment to actually look it up.
Oh, man.
And I even apologized during the call for... I'm sorry that I seem to be upsetting you with what I'm saying. God. However, that's why I'm asking, can I please put you on a brief hold so that I can perhaps find a better way to answer your question?
I said some people just want to complain. How long did the call about, if you remember? How long did it last?
Clue, man.
Okay. But like for instance, going back to me in the sandwich shop, somebody called up one time and they were talking about like their sandwich wasn't made, the exact right way. Mm-hmm. And they said that it had unfortunately happened. Like, I think this was like the third time, maybe the fourth. So I was saying, as the AGM, I was like, I'm, which I would always try to be with people. And I had found, I did find the art of kind of schmozzing over people, apologizing to people without kissing ass, but apologizing to people, most people, getting them to bring down the anger.
Yeah.
And realizing like, oh, okay. Because you do it alone, you do it enough, and you find ways to get I even told one of my friends who became a manager at the job. I kind of showed. He saw it too. I showed him like, you see what I did? Like I kind of disarmed him and I got him there. And he would like after I told him like I had certain techniques. He would even be like notice like oh damn yeah. But no, when I say some people want to complain, the story I'm bringing up right now, no. So I had somebody call up. I think this was like the third time, maybe the fourth time they were calling up. And the dude was like, our sandwiches weren't right, whatever. He was already like a little upset. And I was like, I'm like, I'm sorry about that. And I'm like, if you would like, we try to give you your money back. I think I said give you another sandwich or whatever. This dude was like, I don't want my money back. I just want to know why the sandwiches are messed up. And I'm thinking to myself, and I've even said this, I was like, so basically you call me to tell me I ain't shit and then you just gonna hang up? I'm sorry, your stuff ain't right. I'm saying I'll give you your money back. What do you want from me? I'm going to give you your money back. Like everybody else who I said I would give you your money back to, they said, okay.
Yeah, this guy's like, I don't want it back. I just wanted you to know they was messed up.
I just want to know why these sandwiches ain't right. And I'm like, dude, okay, I might be the assistant general manager. I'm not the number one, but I am the number two. Okay, I give you that. I'm not here all the time the sandwiches are being made, man. I don't know why the sandwiches are always bad. I'm using the authority I have to say I'll give you your money back, brother, because I very much do apologize. And sometimes I would very much be like, oh, dang, that's my fault. I apologize.
Yeah.
You don't want your money back. What you want from me, man? Like, what you want? Because I can't make that sandwich that you currently have suddenly be right.
I agree. But people don't seem to understand that.
Like the sandwich that you were holding in your hands right now, I cannot make it right. Like it won't suddenly go from I didn't want turkey to now it, is without turkey if it's made with turkey. Like I can't just remotely make the turkey disappear. But I can remotely, if you pay with a card, void the transaction and then give you your money back within a few business days. But you don't want your money back. I had somebody come in one time, old girl comes in, and she wasn't mad about him, but she comes in and she was like, I think it was like chicken and dumpling soup, which all of our soup came, prepackaged. But anyway, it was still good shit. But old girl came in and she was like, yeah, the chicken and dumpling soup. She was like, I think she said something like it didn't have like a lot of chicken in it or as much dumplings as she thought. Okay, sorry about that. It comes to us. We can't really do much about it. I was like, we can like maybe give you another one, or like try to give you chili or like, give you like I guess your money back, whatever. And she was like, no, that's okay. And I'm thinking, I understand why you're upset thinking that it would have more chicken. Because like when I say that, I really get that.
Yeah.
If you don't want me to try to give you any other alternative,
why are we here?
Why did you just tell me? Why did you tell me? Why did you tell me this?
Well, she might have thought that you make it there. In which point, telling you, hey, in the future, put more fucking chicken in your soup.
That's somewhat of a good point and better than what I was thinking. That's also a little bit of a nice way of being like, hey, y'all fucking up. So I feel that. Okay. Cause like, just like, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. When you become assistant GM, and I know you definitely know as GM, you definitely deal with a whole lot of dumb phone calls. You deal with a whole lot of customers who are mad for no reason. Mm-hmm. You deal with all kind of shit. You got to try to, like I said, learn how to schmoz and all that BS. Like, I had motherfuckers on the phone with me for 30 minutes. Later on, now I know going down the road, I'm not going to stay on the phone as long with somebody who's trying to convince me in a sandwich shop, trying to convince me that I should honor something that we don't honor. Yeah. As far as like coupons and shit, on the phone with 30 minutes with somebody. And then when they finally like get done, they say, yeah, I'm gonna call back, and they don't. Yeah. But I mean, I told the story about the dude with the whole getting upset, and then fucking stuffing his shit in the sink. Mm-hmm. On another episode. I think that might be episode 5. Look that up. 4. Okay.
No, it's fine.
5. Okay, yeah, but oh my God, he put what where? Yeah, look that one up, people. What else happened? I had a dude come in one time and throw his sandwich kind of on the counter and be like, "Y'all messed up my sandwich," and then I was able to like get him to chill out because one of the workers did fuck the sandwich up, but I got him to calm the fuck down and gave him the right one. Yeah. So it's just little shit, but you deal with all kind of dumb shit like that.
I had another hang the phone up and attack something moment at the previous job after a phone call with the customer, and they finally got off the phone. Yeah. When they finally got off the phone, there weren't any customers in the store. I don't know if I yelled "die," but I might have as I kicked the shit out of a bread box next to me and scared the shit out of a kid. It was like his second or third week there. I might have been assistant at the time. I wasn't mad at the kid. I was mad at the customer. But again, didn't yell it at the customer. There weren't any customers in the store. But I'm pretty sure I yelled and kicked the shit out of a box, and it just went flying across the fucking like kitchen.
Oh, it went flying. Yes. I thought you meant like it was like a box.
I feel golded that shit.
I would have been
mad.
Like, if it was my second day, I'd have been like, "The fuck is our GM on?" I would have been the same way.
Well, the kid was also very
young.
Yes, but also kind of on the scary side of things.
Oh, okay. Skittish. Like a skittish type.
Sure. But, like, yeah, but it also does makes him sound more wimpy than he was. It's weird. He was very easily overwhelmed and scared. But he was, still a good person and, one of my favorite people I worked with at that other job.
I remember you saying something about that. I think I know you said it to me. I think you said it on the episode.
With time, he was one of my favorite people there. But yeah, I scared him.
Do you remember the story? Like not the story, but like what happened? Okay.
Call customer, try to do everything in the call. I'm mad. Something's apparently.
What'd you say?
I was like, something apparently has to die, and then walk away. But that sounds a lot worse than the actual mindset. You know what I mean? But at the same time, tell that to the box and the headset.
Good Lord.
I have a magnet from the headset on my fridge.
Huh? Oh.
Like later I went back to my seat and found like the little magnet that's in the little earpiece for the headset on the floor. So it's on my fridge.
Man.
It's a souvenir.
Most of your calls, I'm assuming, go smoothly, right?
Yes, I've been at the place for like 7 months, and this is the only time that's happened. No, like I said, I don't do that every day or anything, or else I wouldn't.
I'm not talking about you with the headset. I'm talking about people being dick faces.
Oh, that's up to whatever. Given the nature of the cause, it's a coin flip.
Right. Shoot. Oh, I remember this dude called up once. I think about this. This wasn't even like a person being an asshole thing either. I remember this dude called up one time, and I laugh about this sometimes. I'm like, really, bro? Really? This dude called up one time, and you could order avocado on the sandwich. It's extra. Again, these are, I guess, quote unquote, air quote, high end, but they are like very well made, quality ingredient sandwiches. All right, cool. So if you add avocado, it is like I think it was like $1.25 maybe, some crap like that. Because avocado is stupid expensive for no reason, especially if you add it on anything. So you could add avocado on the sandwich. Okay, you could also add dressing, and you could add all kind of other stuff to your sandwiches depending on what they were. Okay, cool. Dude calls up one time. I'm like, yeah, I'm Jazz. What can I do for you? Oh well, yeah, I am the assistant GM. How can I help you? Blah blah blah. I don't remember the exact combo, but dude goes something along the lines of, I ordered avocado on my sandwich, and it was like wrapped in wax paper and not on the sandwich. So he says, I ordered avocado on my sandwich, and it's not, on the sandwich. And I'm in the office right now, and I don't have the proper utensils to put it on my sandwich. And I'm thinking, dude, I feel you about the inconvenience. I very much do. I don't remember what I did for the resolution, but it's like I very much feel you about the inconvenience that is that you actually have to touch the avocado, do what you got to do. Okay, cool. Bruh, I don't have the proper utensils to put the avocado on my sandwich. My nigga, what?
I mean,
at the top of utensils, my dude. Bruh, again, it is an inconvenience if you in there. Okay, you can unwrap the stuff.
why'd you order the avo on the side? Why not just order it on the sandwich?
I don't know if he ordered on the side of the. I think whoever made it put it in there and forgot to put it on the sandwich, but it was in the bag. So I don't think it was necessarily ordered on the side. I think it was supposed to be on the sandwich, which is why I say I understand the inconvenience, especially if you are in maybe a corporate setting. Okay, like whatever, like with you in a cubicle in your call center type deal. Okay, cool. You don't have when you were dealing with douchebag McGee, you didn't have the proper utensils to put the avocado on the sandwich. Okay, but bruh, just open the paper. Slap the shit. Whoa. Look at that. Hands is clean. Fucking sandwich avocado to the fucking like tea. Like it was the phrasing and the way my dude found it. I don't have the proper utensils to put. I can understand if it was salad dressing. Okay, you ain't got no knife. I get that. Bruh. This was literally avocados in wax paper, and like I said, it's the inconvenience that you have to do it.
I agree. I agree with all this,
bro.
I agree with all this.
The phrasing of "I don't have the utensils."
Maybe y'all could have sent him a knife, or maybe he's mad you didn't send him a knife with it.
No, I get that too. I get it. It was the phrasing of what he said.
Oh yeah,
which made it sound like this man was utter helpless because he was like, "My sandwich needs avocado." He didn't say it in a fucked up way. He said it in a very point blank, matter of fact way. Let me not say he didn't say it in a helpless way. He didn't say it in a fuck you way. He said it like, I'm in the office and I don't really have the proper utensils. But it was just the phrasing that I'm probably going to remember for years to come, possibly forever until I shuttle off this mortal coil, goddammit. This nigga say, really, bro? Something about that phrase. It was just like, for real.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, that being said, I don't know. Do you think that you would probably work well as a server or a bartender if you decided to go that path? Going like based off like I guess because we're talking about that. Do you think?
Yes. Yes. Would I be able to serve people their food and stuff? Yes. Or memorize the order, take it to their back, and do all the stuff the servers have to do. Yes, I would be capable of doing it because 15 years of food service and stuff like that. And mainly having to talk to customers up front every day and stuff like that. So yes, I feel like I could. Do I want to? Hell no. I don't like food service. I'm so tired of it because I realize as I get older that the repetitive nature of bad customers makes them worse as you get older because oh my god,
you have less tolerance.
One of these again.
Yeah, you have less tolerance for it.
Yes. And while you may know how to deal with it when that stuff doesn't work, and depending on any outside factors in your life, which also the amount of outside factors in your life that piss you off also increases with age. So when you come with that, you're in more of a powder keg state, and I don't like it.
Yeah, because like my big bro.
Also, it pays nothing.
Well, that's like I said, like depending on the night and whatnot, a server can actually make a lot of money, but then also a server could make nothing. So yeah, but it just depends. depends on where you work, and it depends on like that job is very much dependent on the influx of people. So, because as a cook, I get paid the same whether the place is filled to the brim or whether the place is like, nobody comes in there for 3 hours. Which, depending on who you ask, that's just the way of the world. But, some people might say that's fair. Some people might say it's not. But I was gonna say, like my big bro, he does not need to be a server. He tried it twice. And I mean, you know about this, right? Yeah. And yeah. The temperament that dude has. And don't get me wrong, don't let me badmouth him in any shape of the imagination. Dude is a very, very easygoing, nice, fun-loving dude who is fun to be around. It's just when it comes to bullshit, his bullshit fuse is short.
Very much so. It's the shortest of the three of us.
Of the three of us, yes. And again, this isn't one of them people because there are definitely people out there who got the bullshit fuse and they act on it in way worse ways.
I've been told by people that my bullshit fuse is too short, but I've also been told by people like have way too much of a tolerance for bullshit. And I'm like, it's probably just situational, but there are some times where and I'm using the term bullshit usually loosely, but generally something that you just don't agree with, or like your anger activators, I guess. There are certain things where it's like a certain degrees of bullshit where I'm like, okay, no, I'm not. and I think I mentioned it early on in the show, like looking at older episodes, like you might say something in a topic, and then you could tell when, like, uh-oh, here he comes. I'm just like,
the earliest one, you and your brother. Because what made that so funny is after you said what you said and went off about the topic, you instantly laughed that you went off about the topic.
Yeah, I mean, I can laugh at myself. I laugh at myself quite regularly. I am one of my favorite comedians. And like I said, if there's anybody I know how to entertain, it's myself. I find myself to be hilarious sometimes. And as I mentioned in a previous episode, plenty of times I don't find myself to be hilarious.
Okay.
And that leads to its own can of worms when it comes to being a creator and an entertainer. If you are both your best and worst critic.
It could be healthy and detrimental to an extent, right?
Especially if you know that you're both of those. So you're like, who do I listen to when I do A, B, C, or D?
Touché.
But yeah, no. So yeah, no. I'll get mad at something, and I've had people be like, "Omari will do something, but you see certain people and certain things. This guy will just flip on a switch in a second and just no." That is not how this works, and let me tell you why this is not how this is going to work today. So I'm not hating on your brother or at all.
Right, of course not.
Sometimes you got a short fuse for certain things. You got a short fuse for certain things.
Like you said, out of the three of us, the one with the longest fuse, it would of course obviously be me. Yes. Not even picking myself up. I think objectively looking at it, everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
What was I going to say? I've had people, and I said this on previous episodes too, but I've had people even think that I don't get mad, and I'm like, bro, I'm human. Yeah. I'm gonna get mad, motherfucker.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm like, I tell y'all, I'm not a happy person. Don't act like it's weird when I get angry. I told you, I'm not a happy person. You're the one that went like, haha, oh, Omari. Oh, you gonna see.
But yeah, so I don't know. I very much could probably deal with it, but I don't know. So maybe in another life, or give me 20 years and I'll be serving, but I ain't trying to do that stuff right now. Here's a hard pivot, unless you had more to say.
Pivot.
Bam. What made that so funny was not the line, but the way he delivered.
Oh yeah, delivery's everything.
Pivot? Pivot.
Pivot.
Anyway, I heard this random joke today by a coworker of mine who, he's got some years on me. Told me this random joke. So he was like, so two brothers are, in a class, right? They're sitting in, in school, like let's say middle school. Okay. Let's say high school. All right. Sitting in high school.
Two brothers in a class. Heard.
And the brother turns around, he's sitting in front of his brother, he turns around and he says, Hey, what did old MacDonald have? And the brother's like, dude, man, I'm trying to, pay attention. He had a farm, damn it. Okay, he had a farm. Shit. All right, leave me alone. So he turns around, sitting there chilling for a minute. And he said, okay, all right, I got him. He said, how you spell farm? He's like, dude, E-I-E-I-O.
That's not how you spell farm at all.
Oh man, I had the same reaction you did when I heard that shit for the first time today. And the dude was like, "Did you get it?" I was like, "Yeah, I got it, man. It's funny because it's stupid as hell."
Yeah, it's not a good joke, but I'm laughing, so I guess it works. It's so stupid that you have to laugh.
It's such a bad joke. It's a good joke.
And those are always fun.
Like, what do you call a fish with no eyes? Yes. Or if you want to go like even shorter and all that, like, why did the girl throw butter out the window?
She wanted to see a butterfly.
Why'd she throw a clock out the window?
Wanted to see time fly.
Why did the cookie go to the doctor?
Something about. Go ahead. I've heard this one, but
he was feeling crummy.
Okay.
Why did the orange go to the doctor?
Why?
He wasn't peeling good. When is the best time to see a dentist?
When you don't have any teeth anymore. I don't fucking know.
It might be too late by then. Shit. That's definitely not the best time. Shit. When's the best time to see a dentist?
No idea, but I'm gonna hate it.
Tooth hurty.
I have heard that one. I forgot what it was, but yes, tooth hurty.
Oh man, I know you got it.
Why does a bulldog have a flat nose?
I have no idea.
Because he chased parts cars.
Oh yeah, I've heard that one.
But fun thing in high school, Niz and I one day had some Laffy Taffies that we just found like a shit ton of. I forget if the TV studio class thing that I mentioned before, if that teacher just had a bag of them or how we came across it. But we spent the whole day talking about these Laffy Taffy jokes. And they were all like the jokes we just went over. And then there was one. Why does a bulldog have a flat nose? The answer, because he parked cars. It didn't have the word chased. It just said because he parked cars.
Is funny. Right.
And we were so confused. The entire day we tried. It was like these pretzels are making me thirsty, but it was with telling this joke, trying to find all these different ways to say it, to try and be like to different people, like, why does it have because he parked cars. Okay, yeah, no one, you didn't find it funny either. We're trying to figure out how this is supposed to be funny. And then eventually someone replied, because he chased parked cars. And we're like, chased. He chased parked
Laffy Taffy
cars.
fucked up. Yeah.
Oh
Or
my god.
Either they fucked up or the person who sent it in fucked up. One of them two.
Yeah, because he parked cars and we're just like, what the? Doesn't make sense. The butterfly, housefly, time fly, all of those I've seen on a Laffy Taffy at some point.
Oh, I forgot to say the housefly one. Yeah. I forget what housefly is.
Yeah, same. I just know that's a joke.
I forget the setup. Yeah, I forget the setup. How do you stop a football player from charging?
Football. What?
Take away his credit card. Or a bull from charging, whatever from charging, right?
I like football player because he would have a credit card.
I had one and I forgot it. No. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. What did Papa Tomato say to Son Tomato when he was falling behind and accidentally tripped?
Ketchup.
Yes.
I wanted to make some joke involving the word Bob, but I decided to just answer the question.
Oh shit, that would have been funny. Shout out to
probably could have been like Bob, catch up. But nah, just
Bob
catch up.
What?
I'm sorry, didn't catch all of that.
No, I was listening to what you were saying.
Ah, okay. Sorry, my bad. Thought I heard something.
No, it's all good.
All right.
Sometimes your mind can play tricks on you. Shout out to the Ghetto Boys. You know, like my mind playing tricks on me. You know that song.
Yeah, by the Ghetto Boys.
Yes, I just said that.
I was agreeing. I was co-signing on your statement.
Bro, do you really know the song?
Hell no.
Okay. Like you don't know the fucking song. You wouldn't know the song. I know you well enough to know you're full of shit, but you would know the song if you heard it.
Oh, okay.
You're like my mind's playing tricks on me. Anyway, it's classic like rap.
Gotcha.
Like old school classic rap bullshit.
Cool. Mama make crack like this.
Make them snap to this.
No, make crack like this. Ghetto dope.
What the fuck is that?
Master P and people.
I love Master
Ghetto
P.
dope.
I said classic rap.
I'm sorry, sir. 90s is old as fuck too.
There's a difference between old and classic.
I liked.
I got your technicality with that one.
No Limit. Classic.
No Limit was the shit. But see, I would say
I know you're talking about like 80s and 70s, right?
No. I would say Make 'Em Say is classic.
Ghetto Dope was a song too.
I would say, but just because Make 'Em Say is classic. No Limit Soldier, that's classic.
I don't remember whether or not Ghetto Dope was on the radio. By the way, I have a vast premium security, people.
Really? What?
It is a antivirus software that the window just popped up in front of me while I was talking.
Okay.
Like right in the middle of the screen, just a vast premium security. Well,
and since it's recording on your side, they're definitely gonna see it. What was I gonna say? But like, for instance, a classic song by Eminem would probably be Stan. Remember Me, which is on the Marshall Mathers LP, is not going to be a classic song because it's on the CD.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I would argue that Kill You is classic, but it's not universally classic. But it's still a good song.
And also that's more what I'm saying with the Ghetto Dope song by Master P and them. However,
classic feel, but not universally classic. I got you.
Also, I was going more for a joke of the make them clap to this or snap to this, but I went with the curveball of quoting the Master P song instead.
Well, so the original song, who would you have been quoting?
I have no idea. I just knew that it exists. I knew it existed. But because I don't know more and wasn't gonna say more, I knew you knew who it was and I didn't. But I knew if I went make, you would think that one more than the one that I was doing.
That's fair. That's fair. No, and I mean, obviously, one of us is like a rapper and very much like, listens to a whole lot of fucking underground, well-known, and even YouTube rap. So,
speaking of rap, earlier I mentioned did not understand
Eric B. and Rakim, by the way. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that ever. There's nothing against Eric B. and Rakim, classic people. They rappers, helped invent the game. That said, I would not have guessed that as who made that song. I was talking about something before I had to disclaimer.
I didn't know I was going to derail you that bad. All right, my bad.
This.
I don't know where you were going to go.
I don't remember what I said. I said something and then had to do a disclaimer.
Well, I was gonna
rap music. Speaking of rap music, I said something on a previous episode about mumble rap and stuff like that, and how I don't understand, mumble rap and
I don't even remember that.
I don't either. I just remember you being like, call it what it is, and I'm like, I'm not talking about a whole genre, just talking about people who literally don't say anything, and I don't get it. But I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, well, I guess it's just the Zoomers generation's like idea of just, it's not rap you're supposed to understand or get to. It's just listen to it and have a good time and or depressed time, because it's 2020 and people like making depressed music nowadays. But you want to fucking, it's not meant to be thought on the letter thing, and that's been around in every generation. 80s and 90s, you had your sensitive, or your rappers that talk about like, fight the power, and then you got other dudes over here going, go ninja, go, because let's have fun. I know that's a very wide thing. I know that's a very big opposite ends of the spectrum. However, the fact of the matter is the latter is just here to have fun and make money, while this guy is here to try to tell you that, life sucks and we need to do something about it. And there's things, and everything in hip hop can be any spectrum in between, but there is always, and not even just in rap, because you had your fun rap in the 90s, you had your crunk music in the 2000s, which is what really put that in perspective for me, because them boys ain't down there to make you think about nothing. We here to get drunk and yell. That's all we do. We hide drunk. We might fight too, but we that's all we here for. Yeah. Okay. Do you really care what I'm saying? I could be a full-grown lyricist, but you don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Where the drinks at? And that's what it was. And that wasn't even just that, because there's it exists in all the genres. There's always some category where people are like, look, we just want to make a song that we have fun playing. But their lyrics don't even make sense. Who cares?
And at the end of the day, that's really what it is, because I don't necessarily like every trap song. I try to like some, and I would unfortunately say, and I say unfortunately because I wish I did like more of it, and I genuinely do mean that, but I'm not gonna lie. But I unfortunately, more songs that I hear trap wise I don't like than do, but I at least respect it for the genre, and not every song, but I respect it for the genre is changing and it is turning into something new. And it is honestly being something that this generation can claim as their own. And like you said, I used to definitely want to be like, how come they're not really taking time in lyrics and stuff? As long as lyrics don't get lost completely, like just across the board in rap and hip hop, because I'll be upset about that and be like, no. But I'll be like, why come they not caring about lyrics and not gonna not? And honestly, if you listen to some trap, they are caring more about lyrics than what we think. But at the same time, like you said, no, it's just more about a vibe, dude. And it's like, when you in the club trying to party, you're not trying to necessarily listen to this whole long, super thought out thing, theologian, about like why we do what we do and what is the world and what is life. And, yeah.
Well, I thought trap was more depressed.
It honestly depends, but more trap is about vibing and a good time. What usually makes trap is the rhythm in which like it's rapped, the type of beat is heavy electronic hi-hat, and it's talking about drugs because it comes from trap, as in trap in trap house. So it's talking about drugs. It might be talking about street shit like killing. Gotcha. Might be talking about getting women, stuff like that. The more depressive stuff, like you can have depressive trap music, but the more depressive stuff you're talking about might be the more like not necessarily widely agreed as far as the term usage, but what people would call probably like the emo rap shit.
Oh, okay. I don't even know about emo rap, but I'm sure it exists.
That's why I said more people don't really call it that, but some people do. But that's more emo rap. That's
I will say, when I say mumble rap, I'm not necessarily trying to talk about trap. I think we've mentioned something on the episode where you say that's what people are generally talking about. Just so I can say, I mean, just literally like. And they're not actually and they're not actually saying any words like whatsoever. That's what I'm talking about, because there are artists like there are artists who you are hard to understand, but damn it, there've been artists that are hard to understand in every genre forever, but they're still technically saying stuff.
One of the best artists of all time, and I mean that to the fullest. You never really understood everything that man said at all, and that's James Brown. So
yeah,
there you go. There you go. Literally one of the most influential, if not the most influential artists ever, and you don't understand everything that man said. So trap rap, or not trap rap, but trap is more so characterized by, like I said, also the flow too. So that is more of a trap flow.
Okay, whatever. I'm trying to say.
We get what you're saying.
What I'm complaining about is very minute in the whole scheme of things. And at the end of the day, whatever, like what you like.
Yes. At the end of the day, like what you like, and hopefully you like us. And if you want to see more of us, or hear more of us, or just get more of us in your life, then please, if you feel so inclined, go ahead and check out our socials. You can start with me. By the time this airs, this first social that I'm about to state might be a moot point for me to actually state it. But if you feel so inclined, and if it actually does work, hopefully I got back my Facebook page. If I did, look me up, find and follow me on Facebook under Superjaz. That would be spelled Superjaz. You can also go ahead and find and follow me on Twitter, and that would be under Superjaz2. So that is Superjaz number 2. Also, if you would be so inclined, and if you like, you can go ahead and find and follow me on Instagram under Forever Superjaz. The word forever spelled correctly. And how funny that we ended up closing out this episode talking about rap. If you would like to, I rap as well. So if you'd like to find some of my rap, you can go ahead and find and follow me on You can go ahead and find and listen to me on anywhere you stream your music. And that would be under Superjaz, the debut album being My Secret Identity. You might have to put in Superjaz, My Secret Identity, because I'm not so famous yet. Where can they go ahead and find you, man?
Well, first off, you can find me here every week, every Wednesday on the Whatever We Want podcast, at 11 a.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. You can also find me elsewhere on YouTube under YouTube/feogrande. That's F-E-O-Grande. I also have a Twitter and Twitch that go by the name Giotavi. That is Giotavi. Stop on by. Have a chat, have a listen, do whatever you want, whatever, what have you. Talk to me about your day. Talk to me about whatever you can think. Talk to me about all kinds of stuff. I want to hear. I want to talk. Let's have a conversation. Yeah.
Now, obviously, I know we talked about in this episode, trap, silly jokes, customers, being unruly, hard to deal with, whatever, not taking the answer, not understanding shit. But I'm confused. What the fuck are we gonna talk about next time?
Whatever we want.
Well, no, I know we're gonna talk about whatever we want, but what are we gonna talk about next time?
Whatever we want.
No, you're not understanding. Like, I'm trying to ask you a question, and I feel like you're not really listening to me. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this because I need this help. So, what are we going to talk about next?
All right, so I understand that I'm confusing you about that.
Yes.
But I have a list of options in front of here, and the only list I have says whatever we want.
I feel like you're like not listening to me, and you're like out talking me right now. I'm confused, and I need to just know.
Well, sir, do you mind? Oh, I apologize. Keep going.
Yeah. I think you should apologize. What are we going to talk about next, man?
Well, sir, I put down the answer to, I just said before. Do you mind if I put you on a brief hold while I go find a better
I don't
think
you need to put me on hold because I'm trying to close the show. So there's nothing to put me on hold for. So actually, I do mind you put me on hold. I think you should, if you just answer, what are we going to talk about next?
Sorry, I provided the answer to you. I can tell you in time. This is all I have in front of me. Whatever we want.
Okay, I think you need to know how to host your fucking. No, I'm joking.
You're the host too, sir.
Or hey,
we've been doing this for 55 episodes.
Be nice to yourself.
Adios, this.
I'm not gonna tell you know how to host your fucking show, even as a joke. Bye, yo.
part of me wanted to be like, I'm not gonna say die.
You know what's funny? I wasn't even getting there.